What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another stream. Well. I planned on doing a stream slightly later in the day, like 5:30, and then doing another one tomorrow morning as well. But there were a few announcements, to say the least, about some of the upcoming double game weeks. So I just thought, well, I'm going to bring my stream forward a little bit. Let's get on. We'll discuss game week 26. We'll discuss game week 28. We'll discuss game week 29. We'll basically discuss anything over the next 5 or 6 game weeks, all the way up until game week 30, which all of this is going to be impacting. So, yeah, let's dive straight into it. I need to just get up a little graphic from, let me hide my screen. If you guys are watching and enjoying, that's not what I would like there. Give me 1 second. If you guys are excited for the upcoming doubles, blanks, please do just like the stream while I pull this graphic up. But yeah, right. So the announcements look like this. So, double game weeks in game week 28, we have for Aston Villa, Leeds, Newcastle, Southampton, Watford and Wolves. We then have a double game week in game week 29 for Arsenal, Brighton, Everton, Liverpool, Newcastle and Tottenham. So, you will notice straight away, shout out FPL Focal for the graphic. I appreciate it a lot. If you don't subscribe to him already, make sure you go and do so. I'm sure you all do. Newcastle double twice in 28 and 29. Teams that play in the double in 26 that then also double in 28 or 29. Arsenal double in 29. Liverpool double in 29. Leeds double in 28. Watford double in 28. Wolves double in 28. That double game week for Wolves there is amazing, right? Crystal Palace, Watford at home. You are going to want a Wolves defensive option for that game week. You will want some Aston Villa options for that game week as well. You will probably want Southampton options for that game week as well. Tottenham, yes, Tottenham double game week in 26 and 29. This is frying my brain about what to do with my team, but let's think about it. We'll go through it all. Yes, so this is confirmed. This got announced at 4 o'clock. So it got announced half an hour ago. Yeah. So much has happened. We work all day. There's all the videos before this announcement are now outdated. My head is fried, because I'm so glad that I've saved all my transfers, right? Well, I made one and I brought in Saka, which this still benefits, right? Because he doubles in 29 with 2 fixtures, which are good from an attacking point of view and not particularly a defensive point of view for Arsenal. So I'm happy with it. If I look at my team straight away now, I have 2 Villa players for 28. I plan on having 2 Wolves players as well, because Jimenez will definitely be coming in now, right? Jimenez will 100% be coming in as I planned. That's 4, and I have a Watford striker. That's 5 already, right? So I've already got 5 players doubling in 28. I look at my team for 29. It depends if you include Jota. I've got 3 Arsenal, and then I've got at least 2 Liverpool, right? So that's 5 options. I've already got doubling in 29 as well. So I feel like I'm set up to a decent extent for these game weeks. Jota out. So again, it now fries my brain a little bit, because if I sell Jota, I'm going to want triple Liverpool in 29, right? For Brighton away, Arsenal away. I'm going to want triple Liverpool. But do I use this as an opportunity to pivot away from Jota and then get Robertson in for 29 is my thinking. Wildcarding this week surely becomes an option. Yes, it probably does. If you have a free hit for maybe 27, because if you need to be free hitting 27, right? So I'm absolutely fried. Can't get enough of those chip strategy videos. I know I'm going to have to do another one now. I'll record that over the weekend for you all. Is minus 12 viable? Yeah, I don't know what your chance... The storm. So I need to record that back. I must have looked absolutely terrified. Wolves' defensive double up from 28 onwards seems strong. Yes, so in 28, I will want to sell De Gea from my team. Going to Sarr seems like the complete and obvious move for me. Sarr looks like a great option. I've got Kilman already in my defence. It looks like I'll have triple Wolves for that. But the thing is, right, if that's my free transfer, I then go in with... I don't have any Southampton then. But let's see. Because we'll know if Southampton play in 30 by then. So if Southampton play in 30 and double in 28, I may go and get one of their options. But I don't really know where I would go. One player I'd recommend to bring in now. It depends what your chip strategy is, right? My face. Depends what your chip strategy is. Are you going to free hit in 27? It feels like such a good strategy now to free hit in 27. Because you've then got doubles almost straight after for Arsenal and Liverpool. You've got... Yeah. What's up, guys? Nice to see you all in. If you guys could like the stream as well, that would be much appreciated. We're going to be here as long as it takes to get through all of this. So don't worry about that. We're going to get through all of it straight away. So, but yeah, if you guys could like the stream, it would be amazing. Cool. Mane or Son as a Jota replacement. So, Mane doubles in 29, as does Son. Son with United away, Brighton away. That's not a great... Yes, all of these doubles are confirmed. Confirmed earlier today, about an hour ago. So, yeah. Right, so if I'm going to pull my team up on screen now, let me get... I don't know if they're going to have loaded into FPL team yet. Let me have a look. No, so they're not in there yet. Fine. My initial transfer I've already done, if I go back to this week, was Bernardo Silva to Saka, which makes a lot of sense again. And Ronaldo to Jimenez again feels like an absolute no-brainer. Now, I need Salah still, right? I still need Salah in my team, which... will either be Jota or it will be Fernandes that makes way this week for him. However, it's possible that I take another hit with that now, with that in mind, to bring in the likes of, as you guys in the chat were saying, to bring in the likes of Son or to bring in the likes of Mane in as well. So, Salah will probably have to come in. Fernandes is not going to stay now, right? Fernandes to Salah is going to happen. The question is Jota to another player that doubles this week and in 29 worthwhile? Is the question. Am I not worried about the lack of Wolves' lack of goals? Not for... I'm only going one of Jimenez. Jimenez ownership is going to go right up. He's going to be very transferred in now, and he'll be even more transferred in ahead of 27. He'll be even more transferred in over 28 as well. Forget about Burnley players now. I think I probably would, because if you look at it over the next 3 game weeks or 4 game weeks, Burnley double twice, but so does so many other teams, right? Burnley options were good when, we could buy them short term and then get rid of them again if you can buy a Burnley player and you want to buy one this week and then you sell them in a couple of weeks, then maybe that's worthwhile before 28 or something. But up until then I don't love Burnley options now. What about Jota to Cornet for the double back-to-back? Hi, Wes, how are we doing? Yeah, so the doubles are... Yeah, Wolves stand out straight away to me. They're doubling 28 because they double this week as well. They play in 30 again as well. Again, it's big for Arsenal because they double this week, they double again in 29, and they play in 30. I think a lot of people may not want to free hit 30 anymore because we'll be buying these Arsenal, we'll be buying these Wolves players respectively, even if they don't, because they play and they double here, so we don't need to worry about them. Will we bringing them in? Sorry, throwing off my train of thought. Yeah, so Villa is the other one. It's a great double in 28 for Villa, right? Southampton at home, Leeds away is a really nice double. Southampton, again, ones that I would really look to target. I think Brozier in is a really nice move. The only issue for me is if Southampton play in 30, then I think I'd probably still do Dennis to Brozier ahead of that game week. I really want it to be loaded into FPL team. I might drop him a message and ask when it will be in there. Sorry, because I really want it to be loaded in because then I can start planning ahead. What about people not using free hit in 27? I probably still would go... I would be investing in Arsenal now, Wolves now, probably, because they play 27, they play double in 28 as well. You can then think about investing in Arsenal ahead of 29 when we know they double now. A wildcard, as Nuclear says, between game week 28 and 31 is not out the picture at all, because you could wildcard 28, knowing if Southampton play in 30, you could get in double Southampton, for example. You could triple up on Wolves. You could triple up on Arsenal, for example. You could triple up on Villa again, right? You've got almost a full team out then straight away. This app is fpl.team. De Gea plays Man City. Isn't it better to get Ramsdale or Jose Sarr? Yeah, so I will be selling I'll be selling De Gea going into that week. There'll be hits galore, I think, going into that week. Unfortunately, their lack of good Wolves midfielders is true. Apparently, Neto's back in training, though. Does this announcement make the double 36 smaller? No, but it probably changes the way double 33 is going to look. Probably 33 is maybe going to be not quite as big as maybe we expected. Is taking out Edison for a hit to get Ramsdale a bad idea, depending on if you're free hitting in game week 30 or not? Free hit 27 or not, because if you need Ramsdale, if you need a goalkeeper for 27, then there's no point in doing it. But if you don't need that keeper for 27, then I think it's a great move. Then I think it's a really great move. Free in 27 looks much better. I agree. I really like it as an option. Double game week announcement make double game week smaller. Yes, I think it probably does. Wildcard for me in 28 is a great opportunity then. If you're not free hitting in 27, then I think wildcard 28 becomes quite plausible because you can then buy into Arsenal quite heavily. Mark, it is an inconvenience, but we've got enough time, I think, between now and the deadline. Like if it was a 5:30 deadline, we'd be so fried. It would be so difficult. Would I wildcard in 28 or take hits to get your way through this? I'd still probably think that wildcard 31 for me is still probably the way that I'm planning on going because I'm not sure I'm going to want to keep triple Wolves for the long term, right? It's probably not where I'm going to want to be. And I'm not free hitting in 30. So I probably won't want to be keeping Villa long term there. This is double game week confirmed. Yeah. Guys, over 300 of you watching. Appreciate it. If we could all, of course, like the stream as well, would be much appreciated. Would be much appreciated. Trying to... Yeah, all of Wolves players are fit. So in theory, Neto could be back for that double, which would be interesting, and he would be such a differential, right? Oh, it's been added. Here we go. Here we go. Now we're into planning territory. Now we're into planning territory. Yeah, we're almost at 100 likes. Thank you all so much. So let's start in 26. Let's start here. Ronaldo to Jimenez. Bernardo Silva to Saka. Fixtures added. Love it. Wolves look great. Sorry, Dennis will start. I'll probably line up with something like this. Now, sorry, what am I doing? Sorry, Bowen is going to start over Dean, right? So, let's take Fernandes out for now, and we'll put Salah in his place. If you guys are new as well, please do subscribe to the channel. That'd be really appreciated. We are pushing for a few landmarks as well. So that's 26. We can ignore 27 because I'll free hit in that. 28 then comes around, right? Both my Aston Villa players will come in. Watford double, but I don't particularly want to play Foster. But a lot of us with Foster can still be playing him. Cancelo will probably start. Something like this. I've got Cancelo on the bench. I wouldn't bench Cancelo, and I probably wouldn't want to bench Bowen. I'd probably do something that looked like that. Right? And I could use... Can I zoom in? That better? I'd probably also do De Gea to Sarr, right? And I think the Wolves options are definitely ones that we can be targeting. Absolutely, right? So that would be my game week 28 team for one transfer. I could easily take another -4. Could easily take another -4 there. Now, if we then flick to 29, I would then have one free transfer again. Arsenal double. I'd have triple Arsenal in my team. I would be looking at something like this before making one free transfer. Touch more zoomed in. I don't know what's going to happen. It's the issue. Let's leave it like this for now. It depends, right? -4s I can get behind if it's going to benefit your team for 28 and 29. If you are selling players that you would want for 28 and 29, then I absolutely don't want to get behind it. But if it's going to benefit your team long term, then absolutely. Wouldn't it make sense to get Sarr in this week? That's quite an interesting point, Jack. Who do I think scores more points, Sarr or Foster this week? It's probably Sarr, isn't it? Doesn't they get double game week 28 seem like a trap? So many questions. Right. Just going to do brief planning on my team and then we'll get to it. That point there we'll come back to, Jack, I think is really interesting about whether I should bring in Sarr this week. But that would be my game week 29 team with a free transfer and 5 million in the bank. And then how do I line up for 30 if this was my team, right? 3 Wolves, 3 Arsenal. That's already 6. Double... Sorry, that's already 6. Double Villa. I'm up to 8 players already playing in 30. And then I could add Leeds in there. I would probably, if we get a confirmation that, for example, we get a match for Southampton in there, Borussia would come in. He'd go up front. So, and then he'd play. So that would already be 9 players out for practically free. And then a simple, maybe additional 1 transfer or something. I think the question for me is, I'm running out of room in my defence, which is why I'm reluctant to get in the likes of, to sell Jota this week. Rafinha could come in for sure. The reason I'm reluctant to sell Jota is Jota's likely to want to come back into my team anyway, right? Because I don't have space in my defence. Because I'm not free hitting in game week 30, I need Kilman, I need Dean, I need Ben White, and then that leaves Trent and Cancelo, and I'm not going to sell either of those two. So I don't have space in my defence to go and bring Robertson in. So I may end up keeping Jota. I am triple captaining this week, so let's just refresh that. So that would mean that I line up this week with Ronaldo to Jimenez, Bernardo to Saka, Fernandes to Salah this week. And then I would have to bench Jota as the only slightly annoying thing. And then I would either play Watkins, Dean. I'd probably end up playing Cancelo, right? I'd probably end up playing Cancelo this week. Sorry, let's answer some questions. You're probably gonna have to take hits to get through and then refresh your team in 31. I agree. I think I'll end up wildcarding in 31. I planned on pushing it further down the line than 31, but I don't see myself putting it further down the line than that now. Let me zoom in a bit more. So let me get up the actual FDR ticker. The reason I think this is useful because it shows the... Holly, how are we doing? Maybe I'll get up the Fantasy Football Hub one because we can filter by fixture difficulty over this time as well. Let me get that up. Let me hide this 1 second. Let me get that up. Give me one moment. From where you can look your team ID. So if you go onto the website, let me just do that quickly once I've got this loaded. Get the fixtures up. Bench boost 29 is now on. I can't remember how my team looked for 29, but I still think I had enough average players on my bench that it wasn't really worthwhile. Right. If you want to look for your team ID, if you go to your pick team page and then you go in the little URL at the top, there will be on the points page, and then in the URL at the top, there'll be a little number and it will be in there. Afternoon, guys. How are we doing? So, if I want to look game week 29, 26, let's sort by overall fixtures. Southampton come out on top, but they don't double twice. Wolves second. You've got Leeds up there as well with a double-double. You've got Watford up there again, doubling. Burnley, their double-double looks much less appealing now, I think, for a lot of us. That second double game week is, much less appealing than maybe it has been. Arsenal, again, a double-double with Watford. And if you're free hitting in 27, Arsenal and Liverpool options feel like no-brainers, right? If you are free hitting in 27, because they have 5 games in 3 game weeks. So straight away, they look like some of the best options that we should be going with. You've got some of them down the bottom. Like, I can't be keeping United options, really. If I keep Fernandes, he's got to go for 28. So I may as well sell him now. I think Fernandes has got to go. I may end up keeping Jota. I may end up keeping him now. And hope he's fit for 29. And hope he's fit for game week 29. I think that's probably where I'm going. You're just glad that it's a Saturday deadline. I agree. I'm just glad it's... Cool. Triple captain Salah or Trent. This week it's Salah for me. Wait, so is everyone getting rid of Watkins? No, I wouldn't. When they play, where are they? Leeds and Southampton in game week 28. And then they play in game week 30. He's a really nice option. Chill captain Trent over Salah, good idea. I'm on Salah, to be honest, but this is quite zoomed out, isn't it? There we go. That's a bit better for you. Jota, too much of a rotation risk now. Robertson's the best third choice. This is true, but the only issue with Robertson now as an option in my team is that I need all the other defenders for game week 30, and I'm not dropping Cancelo. I think I'm unlikely to drop Cancelo, right? Although they don't double, I think I'm unlikely to drop Cancelo. So how many free hits do I have left? So I have 2. I'm in a very fortunate position with 2. Villa, great assets to go on now. Watkins hasn't lost his place. Let's hope that he hasn't. Wake up. Sorry, I seem spaced out. Sorry. It's just a lot to take in, and trying to understand it with my team and all your teams as well is quite a lot. Such a change in strategy. I don't think it changes my chip strategy too much, right? I do think it opens up the possibility of I think holding your wildcard to game week 34 is very unlikely now. The reason for it is I think game week 31 looks like a good opportunity to wildcard. And I think game week 28 also now looks like a very good opportunity to wildcard. Get on those big doubles in 28, get on them in 29, and then have those players available in game week 30. My chip strategy still remains of a free hit in game week 27, of a wildcard in game week 31, a free hit in maybe game week 33, and a bench boost in game week 36. That still stands as my current chip strategy. Bench boost in 28, 29 is on. It's unlikely to be as big a double as in game week 36, but it's still a good enough double game week, right? There's definitely going to be people playing that. Guys, again, just a reminder, if you are new, please do like the stream and subscribe if you are new. People laughing trying to watch me comprehend this. I'm going to free hit 27, yeah, because I want to go big on Liverpool now, and I really want to go big on Arsenal now as well. So I want to be big on both of these two teams. The question still stands for me is going to Mane, for example, a good -4 this week? Or should I be just keeping Jota, for example? I think that's my big decisions at the moment are, do I sell Jota or do I bench him for Cancelo? And do I sell Foster and get Sarr in? When they're transfers I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to make anyway, and it's just a -4 further more in the present and not pushing it down the line. Now, if we look at predicted points on Fantasy Football Hub for game week 26, for goalkeepers only, Sarr is predicted to outscore Foster, but not by very much. So it's close whether I do that additional transfer or not. Let me get the doubles back up for you. Semedo or Kilman. If I could go Semedo, I would. Jota has to go. But if Jota's back for the double, then I'm not really sure it's worth a -4 for me to sell him. Arsenal double in 29 isn't a good double, but they then play in game week 30 as well. And for anyone, I don't think free hitting in game week 30 is a good idea anymore for anyone. The reason for this is you will be investing in Arsenal. You will be investing in Wolves. You will be investing in Villa ahead of 28 and 29, and these players don't play in game week 30 anyway. No, these players do play in game week 30. So buying into these players is going to be a natural thing for us to do anyway. So I don't think it's... I know it's not in the points prediction, it's only small, but you think he's extremely likely? Yeah, potentially. I think Sarr's a better option. He'll struggle to make the League Cup final, but that's fine, right? I only need him, in theory, for 29. Double game weeks are a trap, potentially. But when you look at a Wolves double of Crystal Palace and Watford at home, I'm so glad I held my transfers. So glad. I don't know if it changes that much, but Jimenez will be coming in all over the shop, and I think he's a great option now. Ramsdale or Sarr? It depends what you're doing in 27. It depends what you're doing in 27. If you need a keeper in 27, then it's Sarr. If not, I'd still probably favour Ramsdale. Although, you're probably going to want triple Wolves and triple Arsenal anyway. So it depends what you can get from a defensive point of view. Ramsdale plus a Wolves defender or Sarr plus an Arsenal defender. I'd probably favour Sarr plus an Arsenal defender because those Arsenal defensive options are probably more attacking than those Wolves ones unless you can get Saiz. Exciting times, a lot to process. It is indeed. That's a chance of 2 clean sheets for Wolves. I'm going to have double Wolves defence in 28. For sure. For sure. For sure. What time is it? 5. Liverpool and Arsenal double game weeks aren't a trap. That 29's not great for either of them, right? But it's not bad for Everton if they start showing up. But the teams that we're going to be investing in for these are Leeds, Villa, Wolves, potentially Southampton, Arsenal, and then Liverpool as well. Because these are the teams you've got to think about it in the long term. The teams that play in game week 30 are the real ones that we're going to be going in and investing on. Real ones that we'll be going in and investing on. Thank you to all the new subscribers. Welcome everyone. Nice to see you all in. Welcome anyone who's not new. If you guys could subscribe, that would be much appreciated as always. So, Trippier, I don't think he's going to be back in time for a double-double personally, but if he was, he's worth considering. Newcastle's an interesting one. What are the certain teams in game week 30? So at the moment, Arsenal versus Aston Villa will take place. Wolves versus Leeds will take place. And Leeds and Leicester Brentford will take place as the last one. Sorry, that's the last one. Now, the key things to look at here is the teams that play that week and then double in the previous weeks, which is Leeds. It's not a great double for Leeds, right? Villa is a great double. Wolves, Arsenal, and yeah, those ones. What are my transfer plans for this game week? Upgrade Aït-Nouri to Saiz, or is that a waste? To be honest, I don't think it's a particular waste because I can see Aït-Nouri getting managed minutes. Yeah. My transfer plans for you are welcome everyone. So my transfer plans are to remove. Let me refresh this. So I've already made one move, which was taking out Bernardo Silva, and I replaced him with Saka of Arsenal. Again, he's going to be a popular transfer in this week. My next move is going to be Ronaldo out, and it's going to be Jimenez in his place. Leaving my team looking like this before I take any hits, and Salah's still not in my team, right? So Salah will come in, and either for Jota or for Fernandes. Let me just shuffle stuff around. Cool. Either for Jota or for Fernandes. Now, originally, plan was Fernandes out, Salah in. Would be a -4. Now, the question is overall, am I better off also adding Foster to Sarr in there? Possible. 3.9 in the bank. But this would be a -8 there. But then I'm also tempted, and I don't think I'll end up doing them all, to do that, which would be a massive differential. Now, I wasn't originally... I've looked at the Mane move before, and I didn't really want to do it because there's a chance that he gets rested this week. But and he doesn't play both in the double. Now, if they double now in 29 as well, I will want triple Liverpool if they double again. And my worry is that Jota doesn't end up being back. I don't think I'll end up taking a -12, but it's possible, right? But it is possible. Not completely off the cards. I think I will do a combination of these transfers. I'll definitely do the top two, and then a combination of what goes below. Gabriel or Tierney for 26. I'd probably go Tierney just about. I'd keep Foster probably, and I'd sell De Gea. Actually, I wouldn't bench De Gea. I wouldn't bench De Gea. Ronaldo, Jota, and Soufal out for Jimenez, Salah, and Saiss for a -8. Yes, I would do that for sure, especially if those players were going to start for you anyway. Is Arsenal more essential than another Liverpool defender? If you're not free hitting in game week 30, yes. Yes. If you are free hitting in game week 30, then I think I'd still probably back Liverpool. Although the rotation for Liverpool is so much, I'd probably go Arsenal. Sorry, I'm just trying to do all these transfers. Jimenez was going to come in. And what was the final move? What's the final one? No, that was it. Cool. Not considering Son. I just don't like the Spurs double enough in this game week to go and buy Son. And then if I look at their double in game week 29 as well, of United Brighton away, again, I don't like that nearly as much as some of the other players that I could go investing in. Now, they do double twice. Which is worth mentioning. And could I go to Son, for example, instead of going to Mane in that transfer plan? It's possible, but I just don't like their doubles nearly enough. Virgil van Dijk or Robbo. I'd probably go and buy Van Dijk. The reason for it is Tsimikas has proven himself that he's good enough to play when they need him to. And if they're not going to start Tsimikas against Norwich at home or Leeds at home when they have 5 games in 14 days or whatever it is, then what's the point of having him? Like, it's the perfect chance. It's the perfect chance to give him some game time. So I would probably go Van Dijk off the reason that I don't think we'll get a start for Robertson in the mall. Am I bringing in Jimenez for Watkins? No, for Ronaldo. Keep Watkins because of their 28 double. He might not start both of them, but yeah. Is now wildcard 26 a good option? The only issue with doing that is you can't play a triple captain in the same week. If you weren't going to triple captain anyway, then I don't mind wildcarding in game week 26. But that's the only concern for me. Am I free hitting next week? Yes, I am. Yeah, free hit game week 27 for me. It's been booked in for a long time. What about bringing in Robbo for 29? It's not a bad option if you can do it. Doesn't fit my team because I need all my defenders. I'm not selling Trent. I'm not selling Cancelo. And then the other 3 defenders all play in game week 29, in game week 30. So I'm not going to do it personally, but if you have a route to Robertson, then I do like it as an option. I do think it's good long term. Would I rank Wolves defenders best to worst in terms of FPL points? Saiss, Semedo, Kilman, Cody, Aït-Nouri. Probably go from there. Sarr's probably up there, if not higher than all of the defenders, though. What would my midfield be if I was on a free hit this week? Salah, Saka. I struggle after that. Let me get the fixtures up for this week. So, Salah, Saka, Cornet, Son, probably. If I was on a free hit this week, I'd probably earn that as my midfield. Louis Diaz for Jota. I think Diaz starts a maximum of 1 in the double, so no, I wouldn't be doing it personally. Not personally. I don't think Dean is a good buy. Coutinho and Ramsey are enough for Villa. Not with their double game week. Yes, I like Dean. He's on some set pieces. I agree Coutinho and I agree Ramsey are both great picks, right? But I also think Dean's a good pick. Saka and Saiss or Mahrez and Peters. Saka and Saiss. Quite clearly for me. Best chip strategy with all still available. It depends how well you're set up with Arsenal and Liverpool players, but I think free hit 27, wildcard 31, free hit 33, bench boost 36. That's what I'm doing. It's so fortunate the announcement was made just a few minutes before the deadline. This can't get outdated now. Yeah, it's true. You know, this is what it is. Would I sell Bowen after game week 28 for a doubler? This is also possible. People talking about selling Bowen, I thought it was crazy, but Liverpool away in 28, Villa at home in 29, don't play in 30. I don't like to think about selling him, but he's expendable. Thank you very much for subscribing. I appreciate it. Welcome to all the new viewers as well. There are quite a lot of you. Shout out all of you new viewers. If you do want to subscribe, there's videos and streams every game week. So yeah, would appreciate it a lot. So, you think Jimenez over Weghorst? Jimenez over Weghorst now, I agree. I don't think the Burnley options don't look nearly as promising as they did, I think, a few hours ago. Can I ask why you're free hitting in 27? Because there's no Arsenal and there's no Liverpool, and they have really nice fixtures around that game week that I want to invest in them quite a lot. So yeah, my chip strategy seems spot on. I'm hoping so. Just don't quite know what to do this week. How many of those transfers to make, right? That's what I'm struggling with. Is triple cap Salah better in game week 29? I don't think so, but he should play both of those because they're more difficult fixtures. But I still think this is the best triple captain opportunity. But it offers up an opportunity for those who are not free hitting who are not triple captaining this week. There are other options now to triple captain. Thank you all for the new subscribers. Welcome all. Yeah, such a good excuse this double to provided to not get Burnley. I agree. It's such a good opportunity to not go and buy Burnley players. Robertson or Mane for the third Liverpool spot. I just don't think Robertson's going to play both. So I'd probably go Mane if it's for a 1 week punt. But if you want them to stay in your team long term, then probably Robertson. Could you triple Captain Trent as a differential pick? Potentially, but I don't want to do it. I don't want people to do it just because they want a differential pick. If you think Trent can outscore Salah, then go for it. I personally don't think so. If the Leeds fixture wasn't the Leeds fixture, then I would potentially consider it. But that Leeds fixture could easily end like 5-1, for example. But you'd think that Leeds could get a goal in that game. So I think it's on Salah for me. People who made early transfers got punished. I would probably say so. You could have got lucky if you went and bought Arsenal options, for example. Then yes, you got Wolves options. Then yes, you've been okay. But yeah, if you went and bought heavy on some of those players for, yeah, Jimenez has gone up. I'll make my transfers tonight, I think, because there's going to be so many price changes now because of this. Is Ronaldo a hold? I'm going to be selling Ronaldo. Let me make my transfers now. Sorry. Who's coming in here? over 600 of you watching this afternoon. Welcome, everyone. Thank you. Get your questions in the chat. If you are watching, please do like the stream. It helps it get shared out a little bit more with things like this. It would be much appreciated. Yeah, would help a lot. Saka came in here, and then Salah will come in for either Jota or Fernandez as well. Let's put them all in the team. Set up like it probably is going to be. Cool. You're going to make a transfer tonight. Salah, yeah, let me get the price changes up as well. Display capture, hide that. Cool. Let me get predicted price changes. Cool. So, Saka up tonight. Salah likely to go up tonight. Jimenez likely to go up tonight, as you'd expect. Fallers. No one there. Cancelo. I'm pretty sure Ronaldo's on this list. Jota's on this list. Wow. I'm going to lose value if I decide to keep Jota as the only thing. Ronaldo up in price tonight. Sorry, down in price. Martinelli down in price. Who else here is highly owned? No one really. Anyone going to go close? Ramsdale predicted to be tomorrow. Robertson predicted not to do tonight. Gabriel, Son, Lacazette, Coutinho, De Bruyne to fall in price. Wow. Fernandes tomorrow. Fine. There's going to be some hefty price changes tonight. For sure. Transfer confirmed. I haven't confirmed them yet. I've done one of them. I did Bernardo Silva to Saka much earlier in the week. What are you going to do about what? Odegaard or Cornet? Odegaard. What was the app? So this is called Fancy Football Fix, and this is called FPL.team. Both really essential sites when playing fantasy football. Jota and Ronaldo and James to Jimenez, Salah, and yeah, absolutely can get behind those for sure. Let me slow down the chat a little bit so I can see all of your questions just a little bit. Triple captain Salah locked. Yes, it is. Yeah. Am I free hitting in 27? Yes, I am. Free hit 27. Transfers confirmed, no. Any lead suggestions? It depends if Bamford's going to be back. If Bamford's not back, Dan James playing up front, is there a worse punt? If not, Rafinha, by far the best pick for them. Foster or De Gea. If I had to play one this week, I'd play Foster. If I had to play one this week, I would. But I'm considering selling De Gea and getting Jose Sarr in and playing him. Thank you for the super chat, Chaël. How are we doing? Game week 26, -8, -12 hit. Game week 7, free hit. Game week 28, wildcard. The only concern with a -12 before wildcarding in game week 28 is you've got to make sure you're making up those points that you are losing in one game week. When I have a philosophy of hits, right, I'm quite happy to take a -8, a -12 even this week. But it means that my team is better for game week 28 and game week 29 and game week 30 as well. If you're free taking hits to bring in players just for 1 week, they have to do really well in that 1 week, which means it's more risky than if you were doing it long term. So I would probably maybe not go for a -12 if you're going to free hit and then wildcard the following few weeks. But I don't know your team. But that's my first thought when seeing something like that. I do have 2 free hits, yeah. Why Sarr over Ramsdale? Because I have triple Arsenal elsewhere. If I didn't have triple Arsenal elsewhere, I would be going Ramsdale in goal straight away. He'd be in now. But I have triple Arsenal already, so I will be looking at Sarr as my goalkeeper. But because I also really like the Wolves in 28. So I'll want to make that transfer in goal then anyway. So if I'm going to make that transfer then anyway, then I may as well make it this week, no? Let's see. Any news on Reguilon? Nothing. We saw he wasn't in training, and there is a Spurs player with COVID. So putting 2 and 2 together, maybe we're getting carried away, but yeah, I wouldn't be convinced that Reguilon starts. Hi from Vietnam. Welcome, guys. We are close to hitting our next milestone of 15.700 subscribers. So thank you to all of you watching. Almost 200 likes on the stream. You've never taken a -12 hit ever. I don't think I have either. Maybe for a double once, but I don't think so. Getting Jose Sarr this week is tempting. Thing is, like, it's probably not going to pay off necessarily this week. But when I look at my team for game week 28, and I've already got him there, and I can use my 1 free transfer to go and bring in, like, Broja, for example, for his double. Like, Dennis to Broja, I could then do for free, right? And if Southampton play in game week 30, then it feels like a no-brainer. So, or bringing in a Leeds player, for example, for free and not having to worry about a hit then. So, Harry, you've already taken a -8 this week. Do I take a -12 to do Edouard to Jimenez? No, I probably wouldn't. I'd wait until 28 to do that transfer. Does Sarr or Ramsdale outscore Foster this week by 4 points? The thing is, Joe, Ramsdale will outscore Foster by 4 points. I'm pretty certain of that. Sarr is closer. But if you include 28 as well, then Sarr outscores him by more than 4 points, I think. So I have no issue about whether it happens going into game week 28, if you include that, and all the way up to game week 30 as well. Like, I have no doubt about that. It's just whether I put my transfer of doing Foster to, or De Gea to Sarr now, or do I do it before game week 28 for a hit then? I think I'll probably do it this week, but we'll see. Jota to Salah leaves me with -1.3 in the bank. Rafinha to Ramsey or Watkins to Broja. I don't like selling either Rafinha or Ramsey. But you need Salah in this week. There must be another way. If I had to pick one of those, I'd probably do Rafinha to Ramsey. But if I had to pick, should I buy Ramsey or Coutinho for Jota? Probably Coutinho. Probably Coutinho out of the two. What am I going to do about Jota? I love it. You type it in caps and then you put it in brackets. Sorry about the caps. Am I triple captaining? Yeah, I'm triple captaining Salah. I am debating whether I sell Jota or whether I keep him for the double in 29. I haven't decided yet. I may sell him for Salah. I may sell him for someone else. Reguilon, if it's for a hit, I wouldn't sell him. But if you could sell him for free, I probably would. So no one's really got spare free transfers lying around. I'd probably keep him. Transfers planned. We've been through. We'll go through again in a bit. Thoughts on triple captain Salah in future doubles? It's still the best double this week. If you wanted to wait and triple captain him in game week 20, when is it? 29 when they double again, then potentially you could, but yeah, I still think this is by far the best double game week that we've got. Do I think Calvert-Lewin and Jota to Son, Broja and Jimenez for a -8 is worth it? Calvert-Lewin, Jimenez and Jota, fine, yeah. Oh no, selling Jimenez. You've sold Jimenez and bought Jimenez, so Teddy, I'm not sure you've missed a transfer off there. Saka or Odegaard? Saka by far for me. Saka by far. Is it possible to avoid free hit in 30? Guys, don't ask about Reguilon here. It's guaranteed sell from Harry. This is true. I sold Reguilon a few weeks ago and it's turned out to be a great transfer for me, especially now that Villa have got double. because I brought in Luca Dean for him. I used two Arsenal players, Saka and Lacazette. I like both of them as options. Lacazette, with the announcement for Wolves, he's probably not up there, but they're both good options for Arsenal. They're probably their main goal threat, so I like them both. Jota and Ronaldo and James to Gabriel, Jimenez and Salah, yeah, definitely. Especially now Chelsea don't have their double, right? I think a lot of us were expecting a Chelsea double game week in game week 28, and it hasn't happened, and it seems like it's not going to happen now. They're not going to go adding in a game now based off what they've done in previous weeks. So, yeah. Selling Chelsea players is not too bad now. Only way I don't have mines in the bank, so I do Bruno to Salah. I probably would do that then. I don't like selling your other options, Goldhead. What about possible postponements because of wind? Well, there is a storm. For anyone not living in the UK, there's a big storm going on in the UK at the moment. Now, it's hitting the south more than it's hitting anything else, but I can't see games getting cancelled, if I'm really honest. It's a possibility, but the only ones that like I could see getting cancelled, it's meant to have died down by tomorrow afternoon. So the only game that I'm really even marginally concerned at is the West Ham game, but I still don't think it will get called off. Is it time to sell Bowen in 28? It's. I never thought I'd say that I'd want to sell Bowen, but it's an option. The wind did tear the roof off the O2 Arena. It's possible, but tomorrow it's not meant to be as bad. So, am I planning to keep Dennis till the next double game week or ship him out? I'm keeping him this week, but I may ship him out before that double and bring back in and bring Brozier in. If Southampton play in game week 30, I'll probably bring Brozier in. Let me put up a useful screen for you all rather than that one. Gosh, so much going on. When the mixed double game week, I'm planning to play all 15 my bench boost. The next big double game week, well, we got a game week in game week 28 and game week 29, and then another big double game week in probably game week 36. But these are bigger than people expected, so you may end up wanting to play a bench boost in one of these. Would I do Dennis to Brozier for a -4? Not this week, no. Ahead of game week 28, yeah. I wouldn't do it this week. I'd maybe do it ahead of game week 27 if you need him for 27 as well, but I wouldn't rush to do it this week when Dennis has a double. Can I suggest an Arsenal defender? So, Arsenal defenders in probably Tierney, then Gabriel, then Ben White, then Tomiyasu, who looks like he's back in training, but I probably wouldn't go there because it's a bit of a risk if he plays both. Make a spreadsheet. I probably will after. There'll be videos up after. Is Veghorst still an option, Harry? I think there's much better options now to look at. The appeal for Burnley was the double-double, but if you now look at long-term, then there are double game weeks for a lot of teams now that, double twice that I would probably, go in favour. So, doesn't mean game week 30 and 33 are less significant doubles. 30 is never going to be a double. 30 is still going to be a big blank, but 33 may be a less significant double, yeah. Did Lacazette play against Wolves? Yes, I believe so. Lacazette is fit and first choice for the for Arsenal at the moment. I wouldn't worry if you're buying him about him starting. Let me go and get him up. But yeah. History. He played 8 minutes against them. Yes, he did. Is Jota definitely ruled out? He's ruled out of the first game, but I can't see him playing in either of the games. Whether he's back for the cup final again is still a push, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. I don't think he'll play either. I don't think he'll set foot on the pitch in this double. In my opinion, Jota or Martinelli priority transfer out. Arsenal's double's not great, nor is Liverpool. Probably. It depends if you were going to play Martinelli this week. If you were not going to play Martinelli this week, then I would sell him. Probably Martinelli. If you needed him to play this week, then fine. But if you were going to bench him this week, then I'd probably sell him. Penguin, how are we doing? Free hit in double game week 28 for you. It's possible, but I still think I've got enough going, I think, in that week already that I'm okay with it. You're now getting Chelsea players in would be around 31 instead of 28. Yes, it looks like Chelsea is going to have nice fixtures, but just be off the radar. Is Mane a good replacement for Jota? So my worry is that Mane doesn't play both the 2 game weeks. I'm considering it myself, but I'm not sure I'll end up going there because I'm just not sure he plays both in the double game week, which would be my worry. And if he only plays one, it's probably not worth it. If you guys want to get your teams rated, there is a link in the top of the description which will take you to our memberships. Tier 2 members get added to our Tier 2 group chat on Twitter, and I am more than happy to answer and rate unlimited questions, unlimited drafts if you need, and all the other Tier 2 members in the chat welcome, and they will know about this as well. So if you want to get all your teams and drafts rated, have a look in the description to be a Tier 2 member of YouTube. There's also a Tier 1 member which get you highlighted in the chat for only $1.99 a month, and it will get you all your questions answered in the chat. I always read out our members' questions as well. So that's the top link in the description, I think. So Jota, Cucurella out, Saka, Virgil van Dijk in. Yes, I like those transfers. Both are good moves for me this week. On a wildcard, Mane or Firmino? Probably Mane. I don't love Firmino as a pick this week. The issue is there's not that much rotation with him unless they go and play Salah through the middle. So maybe I go Firmino because with Oxlade injured as well, I don't know who they're going to play through the middle if it's not going to be Firmino. So that's my thinking there. Lloris or Sarr for game week 26. Sarr. Play Reguilon, Maddison or Mopai. I play Reguilon in case he gets back fit for the second game against Burnley. It may just be a lucky stroke that he then plays Burnley. But if not, then who do Leicester play this week? Wolves away. I would play your final option, which was Mopai home to Burnley. Bench Cancelo or Dennis? I'm starting Dennis over Cancelo. I'm sure people will tell me I'm crazy, but it's what I'm doing. If I'm selling Bruno, who would I sell him for? I would sell him for Salah in my team. Fernandes to Salah. I still need to get Salah in somehow. Either for Jota. I've got so much money in the bank. I can do it either for Jota or for Bruno. Either work. Thanks for this. Here from India. Welcome. 1, Reguilon and Laka. 2, White, Gabriel and Broja. 3, Robbo and Broja. I would probably go the last option. Robbo and Broja. How many hits am I taking? Well, it's possible I take up to a minus 12, 16. No. The maximum I could take... Let's actually look. The max I will take is... Sorry, Jota to Mane. Foster to Sarr. The maximum that I will make, that is a minus 16. Maybe not. I don't think I'll end up doing it, but it's possible that I take a minus 16. Aaron, welcome and thank you very much for joining as a tier 2 member. Drop me a DM on Twitter with a screenshot of your signing up to the member on the membership page, and that it shows you're a member, and I'll add you to the group chat straight after this stream. Welcome, Aaron, to that. We'll add you to the tier 2 group chat on Twitter where you can get your team rated and everything like that. Fernandes to Salah, De Bruyne to who? I don't have Son, Rafinha, or any. I'd probably go Rafinha because he doubles again in 28. That's probably where I would go. Which one would I start for these 3 order, Harry? Foden, Watkins, Antonio. Antonio, Foden, Watkins, probably in that order. There's a slight concern for me that Watkins doesn't start this game, which would be a bit of a pain, but yeah. Best forward for this week, to bring in this week, it has to be, under that price is Jimenez now, for me. Under that price would be Jimenez. You have both Salah, Firmino. It's not a bad option. Salah triple captain again for a lot of people, I think, this week. Start Antonio or Cancelo. I'd probably go Cancelo. Sarr, I don't know if he's going to play both. This is my worry. Thanks for the fast reaction stream. No worry. Thank you all for watching. I'm just going to stay on for a while, but feel free to head off. Please like the stream and subscribe before you do go. We are 21 subscribers away from hitting our next landmark, and I know for certain there are at least 21 of you in here who are not subscribed. So if those 21 of you in here not subscribed could help me out, that would be great. Is it worth to transfer Edouard out from -4? Should I hold? I would just hold him. He's their best forward. Like, I know he's rotation prone at the moment, but I would hold him. Is this bench good enough for a bench boost this week? Foster, Cancelo, Ramsey and Dean. I wouldn't personally. I'd triple captain. If you have used your triple captain, then I would bench boost that, but not. White, Odegaard and Smith Rowe. I've had Odegaard for a fair few weeks. So, yeah. I've had Odegaard since, he's actually done really well for me. And no one has him, and I understand why no one wants to buy him, but I've had him since... let me find a quicker way to go and do this. I've had him since game week 17, I think. He's not in my team there, so maybe it's game week 18. Yeah, so we got an assist that game, and he's done pretty well for me since, so I've been pretty happy with him. He ticks along quite nicely. He's always involved in what they're doing, so welcome, FF Scoped. Are you using free at 27? Yes, I am. Cancelo for Van Dijk or Robertson? Selling Cancelo. I don't love it, personally. Welcome all new subscribers. Okay, thanks mate. Triple Captain Dennis, it is this week then. No, Triple Captain Salah. Come on guys. Nick, welcome everyone. Rafinha or Ward-Prowse? Probably Rafinha. Just because he's guaranteed the 2 doubles and then it plays again in 30, which we don't have. Would Jimenez lack of goals this season concern you? A little bit, but the thing with Jimenez is he's such the main goal threat for them that he gets bonus points so easily, and his goal involvement is so high that as soon as they score goals, he's so likely to be involved. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. Welcome everyone. Cheers guys, all the new subscribers, welcome. Thanks man. Hi from Atlanta, welcome. Thoughts on postponement due to weather? Forest game off tonight. It's much worse. Let me get up. We'll have a look at the weather forecast. This is just chase the dustbin down the road. I love that. That might be my favourite. Oh, let me put London in, for example. Cool. So Saturday, so like, yeah, there's high winds here, right? But come Saturday, the winds have completely died off. Tomorrow is much, much less of an issue than tomorrow than it is today. So this is my team that I haven't confirmed transfers yet. I may take some hits this week. I haven't quite decided what the plan is, but teams not traveling up the day before. It won't impact the whether the game goes ahead. It could impact how the teams do, right? Because the teams going up tomorrow, there's travel being suspended today. So they'll go up tomorrow, and it may mean the away teams don't get to prepare for it as much, which is good for like Arsenal. That's good for them. It's good for Villa. It's not good for Watford, who some of us have. It's good for Liverpool. It's not good for Norwich, for example. So Chin May, welcome. Thank you for joining as another Tier 2 member. Again, drop me a screenshot on Twitter of it. In my DMs, and I will add you to the chat straight after this stream. How to become a Tier 2 member. The link is in the very top of the description. I will post the link in the chat for you guys as well. Can I show the part of my FPL team? Yeah, let me get my team up for you now. Let me just post this. Did I post the right thing? I think so. Cool. So my team at the moment looks like this, with only one transfer made. Ronaldo to Jimenez and bringing Salah in is going to happen. Oh. Another addition. Why does it do this to me where it goes? Denin, thank you as well very much for subscribing and joining as a Tier 2 member. Drop me a screenshot again on Twitter and we will get you added to the group chat. So, yeah, questions. Let's do some quick fire questions as well. Should I go Weghorst for Ronaldo? No, I'd prefer Jimenez. I don't love the Burnley options anymore now that there are doubles for so many other teams. Who should I bring in for Dawson? You have Robertson, Trent, Livramento and Cancelo. A Wolves defender would be top priority for me given they double in game week 28 as well. Is it possible to use 2 chips at the same time? No, you can't use 2 chips in the same game week. Bench Cancelo, Reguilon or Luca Dean? Luca Dean for me. They don't look good enough defensively at the moment. Who's the best striker to bring in? Again, I like Jimenez because they have a good double in game week 28 as well. Fernandes to Son or Saka. You're going to free hit 27. I would go Saka then. Ronaldo to Lacazette or Jimenez. I'd play Jimenez for sure. Lacazette versus Saka, pick one. I much prefer the value that the Arsenal mids provide compared to the Arsenal forward options. I would be going with Saka. Majed, welcome. Thank you for joining again. Drop me a message on Twitter with a screenshot and I will add you to the group chat after the stream. Welcome to all the new Tier 2 premium members. Is there a more value in double Arsenal defense or attack? Right now, defense for me. I prefer the defensive double up. I don't have it, but if I was free hitting, I'd go defense. They're more nailed as well, right? The defenders. So, who to bring in, Sarr or Ramsdale? Sarr. Hold that. If you're going to double up anyway, Ramsdale's a better pick this week, right? But Wolves' options in defence for 28 is a great option. What the FPL extension is called, I don't know. This is FPL.team that I'm using. It's a different website. But yeah, all members, please do drop me a note because I won't be able to add you to the group chat on Twitter if you don't. So make sure you go and do that. Dean or Cancelo? I'd play Cancelo before I play Dean. Better to bench Coutinho or Bowen? I would bench Coutinho. Transfer now for price changes or wait. I'm going to probably make mine later this evening. Should I swap out Reguilon for Saiss? Should I swap out Reguilon for Saiss? If it's for free, yeah. If it's for a hit, I'd probably still do it as well because of 28. Having that Wolves option for 28 is a great option. Transfer plans, yeah. So Ronaldo's going to make way. Jimenez is going to come in, and then Salah will come in, and then I may take some hits as well. I'm going to record a video straight after this stream, which I'll then post probably about 7, which will be about my plan. So don't worry too much. I'll be posting that shortly after the end of the stream. Best Wolves defender, probably Saiss because of his goal threat, if not Semedo. So Ramsdale versus Sarr is an interesting one. This week, Ramsdale is the better pick. If you extend that up to game week 30, when you look at, let me get the fixtures up. If you were to extend that up to game week 30, Arsenal play and then they have a difficult double, whereas Wolves have a really nice run. To be honest, what decides it is what you're going to do in game week 27. If you need a keeper for 27, then it's Sarr. If you don't, then it's probably Ramsdale. But they're both good options. They're both good options. They're both great options. Foster for 27. If you could play Foster for 27, then it's still Sarr for me. No, he's got West Ham away. If you can play Foster in 27, then I think Arsenal. Do you know what time price changes come on? Thanks for asking the question. Subscribe first time on the stream. Welcome to all the new watchers. If you are new, please do subscribe. As we said, price changes take place at about, I think it's 1:30 in the morning UK time. So it is late. Like you should have, anyone UK time should have like gone to bed by the time price changes happen. So it's late. We're by Tierney, Aït-Nouri or Dean. Tierney's the best option for sure out of those options. Sell Watkins. Sell Watkins at Antonio. Robertson or Van Dijk? Van Dijk for me because I'm not sure Robertson's going to play both in the double. Sell Watkins or Antonio? Antonio because Watkins doubles. Do I think City will concede against Spurs? I'm fingers crossed at the moment that they do. FPL Big Head, welcome guys. Nice to see you all in. We are also like 70 followers away from 40,000 on Twitter. So if there's anyone here who's not following me over on Twitter as well, if you could go and follow the link, that would be great. Tomiyasu is available. It's true, but is he going to play both in the double? I don't quite know about that. Would I sell Martinelli for Saka or Odegaard? Saka 100%. Matip or Semedo? Semedo. Bench 3 of Cancelo, Watkins and me. I'd probably play the double game week player, to be honest. Jota to Odegaard. Jota to Odegaard, Ronaldo to Jimenez. Yeah, I would. Odegaard I don't love, but he's not the worst. Like, I know I have him in my team, right? But there are better options than him at the moment. Hi all. Hi Wabuzi. Welcome. Watkins or Foden to start? Probably Foden. I'm worried that Watkins doesn't start. You have to bench Cancelo or Dean. I'd bench Luca Dean first. Start double game week with Broja, Ramsey or Laporte. Probably Broja. Start Watkins, Foden or Cucurella. I would start Watkins, Foden or Cucurella. Probably Cucurella. That's a great fixture for him. Lloris or Foster. Probably Lloris, just because the amount of bonus points. Great early stream. Appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, we've smashed our subscriber target, so thank you. Your plans with the next new Double Game Week news. So there are plenty of people in here who weren't in here at the start. I will talk you through my plans for the upcoming weeks now. Again, we'll go through them quickly again. So I've already made one move, which was Bernardo Silva out, Saka in. I'm also going to make the move of Ronaldo out, Jimenez in. I also plan on selling Bruno Fernandes now, because I know I don't want him long term, and I'll bring in Salah. This would make a team that looked something like this for the Double Game Week now. Now, going into Game Week 28, I have free hitting in Game Week 27, so worth remembering that. Legamane has just said Chelsea versus Arsenal will be put in 28. So Arsenal will have... So hang on. Arsenal would then have blank, double, double. What? Isaac Lee, welcome. Let me see what his tweet says. I think Chelsea, Leicester or Chelsea, Arsenal will be added to Game Week 26 depending on the outcome of the Leicester European fixture versus Randers next week. Or Chelsea, Arsenal will be fine. Interesting. Steve, Mopai is basically a must-own. I don't know how you draw that conclusion from what's happened, but... Right. I think I'm going to wrap up the stream there. We've been live for like an hour and a half. I'm going to do a deadline stream tomorrow for 2 hours for you all. 9 a.m. until the deadline. If you guys, again, have had questions, put them in my DMs on Twitter. Follow me over on Twitter. Links in the description. If you want to make sure they get answered, check out the Tier 2 membership option. We've had 4 new members join the stream. You'll get added to a group chat on Twitter with all the other Tier 2 members, including myself, and then all the other moderators as well to get all of your questions. I'll answer, I'll rate your drafts as well. I will answer some of them in DMs, but I can't answer them all. There are so many, so you can chance your luck with that, or you can join as a Tier 2 member. If you are new, please do like the stream. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Like the stream. There'll be a video out in about an hour, I imagine, on my thoughts with my team. So yeah, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, follow me over on Twitter. I'm so close to 40k, and I'd love to hit it before the big Double Game Week deadline. We are 70 followers away. So yeah, help me out there. Subscribe on YouTube. I think this is probably the most likes I've ever had on a stream. I think it's probably almost the most viewers I've ever had as well. So thank you all very much for watching. I hope everyone new did enjoy it. Subscribe before you go, like before you go, and yeah, there'll be videos out later as well. Thank you all for watching. Good luck in Game Week 26, but I'll be live again tomorrow morning. Goodbye.